everyone, Pepmaster 47 here, welcome back to another Titanic interior build thing live stream. Yay! And yeah, we're back with the Titanic. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's not behind me. Well, how about I just turn and boom, there she is. Anyway, I have recently been developing a lot more of the boat. Um, and what I mean by that, well, I should is I've gone back into what I have built, like pretty much everything up to B deck, and have started redecorating the interior, if that's any consolation to anything here. But yeah, what I've been doing, I think I'm up to E deck now. I'm starting but I'll probably do a little bit E deck on stream for you guys. But pretty much for future reference, as I don't want to have to explain this, the exterior tutorial or the exterior design is not mine, and the interior design is not mine. Kind of. The exterior is done by a user by the name of Rich LaRousse. He designed and did a tutorial. It's actually probably one of his most well-known tutorials on the Titanic. Well, the exterior of the Titanic. So there you go. If you guys want to, if you guys would like to, go check him out. Yeah, pretty cool guy. I've never talked to him myself, but you know, regardless. And the interior is also not my design. Well, half and half. The layout of the rooms is done by a user by the name of Pipkin01. And if you guys really, I do recommend checking out Pips' channel. I don't know if I'm allowed to call her that, but her one friend Will does a lot in the Titanic tutorials. But if you do want to check out her channel, I probably should put links in the description. I'm going to do that right now once we get... I really don't want. Pretty much, Pipkin designed the interior tutorial, and I'm trying to get a... There, there. Copy. There's an easy way and a dumb way to do this. I'm choosing the dumb way for some reason. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. If I could spell tutorial right. I have not slept in at least 24 hours, so I am fairly tired. So if I make any mistakes, I'm sorry, guys. That's not how you spell that. Okay. Paste. Okay. Okay. So if any of you guys have the patience and or I guess just there we go. So yeah, if you guys just have the patience and or like want to go through all of this, check out the links are now in the description. I changed that up. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys what I have been doing. Now, I say the interior is not mine, kind of. It's because in the video or series, Pipkin does not show the interior being. Her and Will do not, decorate the interior as you go along. They just show you how to do the layouts of the rooms, what they are, and that's that. However, I have taken it upon myself to go in and make the rooms look all snazzy. Pretty much how I believe they would have looked during the voyage. So, some famous locations here. We have the mail room down here. I just really love how this turned out. Like the floor, the pillars. Oh, I just love how it all blends together, kind of. The squash court. Blah, I can't talk today. Well, then again, when you've been up for a couple hours, 24 to be exact, you start to get a little loopy. So I don't recommend doing that right before doing a live stream. I just want to get something out just so you guys know, hey, I'm not dead. I'm still okay, kind of, but... And then, I can show you guys the swimming pool. That's another famous part on the ship. That's the elevators to the grand staircase. Down through here, we got the... I didn't decorate this hallway. I really should, because that's a Turkish bath over there. Turkish bath, which is another famous part of the ship. But, we got the swimming pool there. Really like how that turned out myself. Oh, I didn't go back to the video. Oops. But, yeah, so that's the pool right there. And what else did I do? That just looks decorated just because I did it, because nobody's really going to go, oh, crew only, let's see what's back here, It's not really like an important thing people really want to go see. They want to see, like, all the fancy, like, the pool and the reception, the D-deck reception room. And I've showed this one off many times on stream. But I just really love how it turned out. That and the first-class dining saloon. Saloon through here. And I started reworking... Actually, I could probably go this way just to get back to it. Oh, I just love... It's like a good 5% of the ship, just this room. It's crazy. Worst part is I'm gonna have to rework the entire flooring because it's all this carpet, and I'm gonna have to change it from carpet to actual wool to look like carpet, and that's gonna be a fun thing. Big thing I thought would help me with this, you got the second-class dining saloon through here. Oh, I probably should have shown off the third-class dining, just because I have that done. But a big thing which I thought would have helped me, I need to get the lighting back in here because I had to move the whole room because mine was off. That was mostly my fault. I guess, yeah, through here would be Scotland Road. I'm doing this all by memory, of course. At least working my way around the place. But, a big thing I thought would have helped me was Titanic Honor and Glory. So I tried to run the demo, like the 401 demo, where it's like 50% of the ship. Like, here we go. Third class dining room. I really like how this one turned out. I think it's nice. Nice and simple for third class. But it's still nice, regardless. But, Yeah, I thought I could load up, the demo of that just to figure out, hey, what goes where? This goes here, la-di-da, and boom, we'd be done there. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to run, so I couldn't check out any of that. So I'm relying on pictures and pretty much my own will to carry on with this. Am I tired? Extremely. And this is what third class areas look like. I should probably explain this. Third class areas look like I have the reddish floor, the brown like trim, and then just plain white walls, as well as the deck supports, which were in I believe every part of the ship except for the first class rooms or first class areas to begin with. This is second class. As you can see, very second classy. It's got now the floor pattern is a very particular one to recreate. It's a bunch of diamonds, like black and yellow diamonds, along the floor with various designs. If you guys have seen it before, you've seen it before. I figure gold, like raw gold, I think it's called raw gold. Yeah, the blocks of raw gold commemorate that the best. Although, like, if you don't know, it's like, holy crap, this is made of solid gold, which really it wasn't. But and then just bone blocks to make the walls look, I don't know, just that little bit more, not striped, but, and then spruce wood for, like, darker, like, better looking walls. These all need to be changed, but second class staircase goes all the way up to the top of the ship. I'm sorry if you guys are distracted by my yawning, as I normally yawn in most of my videos. Completely by accident, of course, but I'm sorry if you guys do, don't like that. I haven't slept. I've been working on this, and I really do hope to get this done and to make this, like, a whole experience. And you guys will see what I mean by that a little bit later. Well, when I actually get the interior done, it's going to probably progress a lot faster. Like, I actually want to build, like, different stages of the sinking. And invite you guys for tours of this place. Like, actually, like, invite you guys to, like, tour, like, the Titanic during her final moments, and something like that. I think it'd be a very, like, immersive experience. And well, you guys can, just chat with me for a couple hours. I think it'd be a good experience. Anyway, so we're gonna work on mostly third class areas today. Probably here. Actually, this isn't third class. Yes, it is. I'm an idiot. We got third class areas through here, and then through here, I think it's just. Yeah, this is just all crew accommodation. So we're probably just going to work on. Hello. On this area. For just one bulkhead forward of this. We're in the stern, by the way, the back of the ship. So this isn't where water would have started coming in on that night. Probably gonna work on this, and I do use PlayStation, or I am on PlayStation, I should say. Maybe some second class through here. And hey, barbershop. The second class barbershop. I don't believe third class had one. Yeah, we got all this second class areas to work out. And then the second class equivalent to Scotland Road, although, Scotland Road was only really for the workers, but third class was, I believe, open to that area. Again, I'm not really sure. Yeah, no, I'm right. Because... Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about me nerding out about the ship, and we're gonna build. We're just gonna build, and we're gonna be a lot happier. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start in third class areas, work our way up. I doubt we'll get the first class. I can almost guarantee we won't get the first class, but it'd be nice to. It's nice to dream. So first thing we're gonna do is take out the entire flooring. Now this is steward accommodation, so this is going to be a lot nicer than, or it's a little bit nicer than regular uh, third class. This is just like basic worker stuff, pretty much. What they all need to survive in here. And honestly, I'm just going to get rid of the parts of the bunk beds there. I don't know if I built the bunk beds originally when I started doing these Titanic interior live stream things. Did I? I don't remember if I did. But the bunk beds, how I designed them, are completely wrong. Like, I started building this, I got the B deck, and that's pretty much where I am now. Like, right past the Cafe Parisien. I know, it's French. Fancy, so don't. You have Xbox One. Oh, that's cool. I don't really care about the whole war between Xbox and PlayStation. But anyway, yeah, I got to the Cafe Parisien, and I'm looking at it. It's probably one of my favorite rooms in the whole ship. I'm looking at it. I'm like, because I had the whole idea of building up the interior, different stages of sinking. I had this whole idea from when I started this. I'm looking at it. I'm like, this isn't gonna look very good if it's just like this the whole way through. Yeah, it's not gonna look very good. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to go through and rebuild the whole thing, aren't I? And that was last week. I honestly wouldn't be done with this project, but God forbid I leave out any details. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, I am correcting these. I will add what is actual, like the actual props into the room. I get the actual furniture. So yeah, I'm punching out the old wood floor, which does cause sort of an issue because of the lanterns underneath. Hello. But it's not too big of a problem. Shout out. Ooh. Would you like a shout out? Because I can give you a shout out. Okay. Whoops. But yeah, it's a little tedious because I'm having to go like through like each room, each deck. It takes a heck of a long time, and I hope to have by the end of this at least a very detailed, if not one of the most detailed Minecraft Titanic maps out there. But it's nice to dream. I doubt that'll ever become a reality. I try to stay humble, but sometimes I fail. Anyway, regardless, I don't know if I'm getting the shout out or if you would like the shout out, but shout out to, I don't know how to say your name, and I'm not going to try because I don't want to butcher it. Because I hate when people do that, like they think they're saying the right thing, and they don't have any reason not to think they're saying the right thing. And then like they go the whole like, and they make like a 20-minute video about it, and they like keep saying the wrong or like a different pronunciation of how you say it, and yeah, it's just a whole can of worms I don't want to open. But yeah, shout out to you. I remember when I was building like this part of the ship. I don't know why this part just resonates with me. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry I got your username wrong, Pipkin. I don't know. 06. I don't know. I said Pipkin 01 because I'm clearly sleep deprived at this point. But yeah. Regardless. Yes, back on the Titanic. I'm gonna stop mumbling and start talking like a normal person. I don't know what's going on anymore. But yeah. So yeah. Decently far in with the ship. I just decided to go back and rework some areas. I don't know if you've seen or earlier in the stream. I can go back if you want, but earlier in the stream I showed off some of the newer designs to some of the rooms. Dang it. I hate these lanterns. Wait, what? Oh, the one space in the linen closet. Stupid linen closet. I'm gonna punch out so many lanterns, and oh, that's my alarm. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Good. That's usually what time I wake up, but not today. Okay, so, yeah. I'm probably gonna change this door out from, like, a normal, like, looking door to an iron door. Like how we have here separating the bulkheads. Reason being, like, this separates the classes from, like, third class to second class, and they didn't really want the classes merging on the actual ship because of, I think one of the bigger reasons was head lice, I believe. Like, they just assumed, like, hey, you're third class, like, you guys live in like, dirtier areas. I'm trying to say this nicely, but you guys live in, you know, worse conditions than the upper class people. You know, we got to keep you guys apart. Yeah, I think disease was one of the big factors. Okay, welcome back. In the separation of classes, but pretty much they didn't want the classes. Hello. They didn't want the classes mixing because of reasons. I not I'm not a historian on the fact, but I'm a nerd. There's a difference. But regardless. So yeah, they tried to keep them separate, and when all else failed, yeah, just take out your old semi-automatic and just safety first into the crowd, if you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know. I'm talking to myself. I think. I don't know. So, hell, I've lost it at this point. But, anyway. There went another lantern. Yay. Oh, these aren't supposed to have the edges on here. The bunk beds didn't really have... In fact, I believe everywhere except for first class had bunk beds. Reason being, you know, Titanic was not the cheapest, or maybe it was it was kind of the only, in a way, the only way to get to America at that certain point in time. So a lot of like people like like people who wanted to like what's the word I'm looking for? They wanted to move to America. There's a better word, I can't think of it. But people who would become immigrants from like Ireland, from London, or Great Britain in general, maybe a couple from Germany, wherever. Um, people who have already bought a ticket at the time there was a coal shortage, not just on Titanic. It was throughout the world at the time, and half of this just kind of sounds like I'm making it up, which I swear to God I'm not. Like this is all what happened, and pretty much, um, to get more people on the Titanic rather than, well, I guess, well, not blah, blah, blah. Many ships were out of commission due to this coal shortage. And since Titanic was, kind of on a fixed schedule, like, the all the rich owners of the Titanic were like, "Oh, we need to launch our fancy ship now, or we'll never get our investment back," or something like that. Rich people stuff. And anyway, so they took coal from other ships and they decommissioned those ships for a little bit, put most of the passengers from those ships onto the Titanic, and that's essentially why Titanic had 2,000 people on it when it left. Was Queenstown the last place it visited? I don't know. I get some of my facts mixed up, but most of it's. So yeah, essentially Titanic was even finished, like fully furnished by the time it left. It was still being, or it wasn't fully furnished when it left Southampton. Unfortunately, it would not all end up being furnished by the time she sank, but you know, what can you do? So, what brought on this conversation? I don't remember. So yeah, that's how most third class people probably got on the ship, if I had to guess, because a ticket on the Titanic, nowadays would be like however many dollars, like it's like what, couple thousand, like it, extremely expensive. And for those people who've got that money, they probably booked another White Star ship, and that ship was not able to make it due to Titanic's crossing, and you know they got moved to the Titanic. A lot of people did actually get moved to the Titanic. Some people actually didn't want to go on the Titanic, but that's another history lesson for another day. And I'm putting sinks in each of the rooms right now because that's pretty much all these rooms had. All these third class rooms had was um, a sink, beds, and boom, you're done. That's it. And these rooms probably would have had a few more beds than not, because these were actually family rooms. The ones upper in the front or more front part of the ship. This is not what I'm trying to say, but the more forward bits of the ship were I can't put those doors on yet. I need to put this. the the beams in. But we're actually, but the uh, rooms in the more forward bits of the Titanic were for the single third class men. As you know, it's 1912. A woman can't survive on her own. And yeah. I'm gonna get flagged in 5 years. If I ever become famous, I'm gonna get flagged in like 5 years. Like, you can't say that. And it's like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna get canceled in 5 years because I said that. I'm calling it too. But regardless, um, so yeah, most of the women would have been traveling with their husbands, and or I punched out the one lantern, or some family members, or maids, or um, whoever. Regardless, they just probably wouldn't have been traveling alone. That's why in the movie Titanic, which not my favorite, but it is a good uh, movie to go off of. Which is why, when the ship starts sinking and you see all the men running from the water in the lower parts of the ship. I believe they're actually following the rats in that scene. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you guys know. But if you haven't seen the movie, I watched it once. Not my favorite movie. Regardless, I know I said I was taking a little bit of a break from YouTube, and that's kind of what I meant, but kind of not what I meant. Don't get me wrong, I had that little 5 day gap between videos was a nice change of pace. Um, it's more the fact I just wanted to take a break from what I usually like stream, like the Rockfire Explosion, for example. I actually do want to take a little bit of a break from them. And just the fact, I think it's just because I've done so many videos like in a row, I'm actually starting to get a little burnt out. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna put that series on hold for just a little bit longer. And so yeah, I do want to stream a lot more random stuff and try to get another footing in something like another, like, I don't know, not even like another game, just like another genre almost. Anyway, um, yeah, I know my bumbling is probably annoying some of you, and I do apologize. I will sleep before next live stream I do, but I just wanted to get something out today, because I feel like, I haven't streamed in a while. So we're almost done with this little third class room. Not first. We're not even close to first class. Well, that's a lie. This deck is actually, I believe, where first class would have started. But And I'm not actually sure why a second class. They wanted to keep the classes far enough apart, but they didn't do a very good job, probably. You know, yeah, we got a third class area, goes down into a second class area, which also goes down into a third class area. Which is, why they had the gates that would block passengers from going, you know, into keeping passengers from one out of one and, out of one another, and that's where the misconception of, they locked the people in the Titanic when it sank, which they really didn't. It's just third class didn't really know where to go, and by the time they learned, hey, we need to be up at the boat deck, like by the time they were told where they were supposed to go, all the lifeboats were gone, and yada yada yada. Time travel. Okay. So a lot of people that followed Pipkin's tutorial on the Titanic a lot of people um, a lot of people I remember seeing in the comments of that were like, because I follow the comments pretty regularly when I was caught up, or uh, or when I was caught up and all that, and I would. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the door. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this line is probably going to change when I get to the actual bits in second, because I'm going to make the second class a little bit. You're going to actually see the second class fully from this side of the wall instead of the third class, like right here. It's fine for now. I'll switch it when we get there. But there we go. Third class. There you go. Basic rooms. Nothing too fancy. But I remember when I watched Pipkin's tutorial of the Titanic, a lot of the people, if not most, well, there was one or two I remember seeing. They said, "Oh, I'm gonna build the Titanic with." I think one guy said he was gonna put a lot of hidden rooms in it. Like, and I don't. Discourage creativity. It's just, I just don't find, that to be very. I don't find that to be very, like, alluring in just the way I build. But, to each their own, honestly. Like, I'm not saying, hey, they should build it a certain way, or it has to look like this, but I'm just. But yeah, they had fun doing what they wanted to do, and I hoped it looked pretty good, honestly. But anyway, guess we are on moving up here. So I believe past this is, yeah, this is all crew accommodation. Well, yeah. So I'm actually going to leave the crew accommodation blank for now. Probably for good, honestly, as I'm not really going to dabble too much in crew. This right through here is second class, I believe. Or is this third? No, this would be second. The ship is like a maze, but if you've studied as long as I have, you can get from here to here and like without having to look at anything for it. Oh, we broke into a bathtub. This would be, I believe the no, this is the ladies. Yeah! Ladies' restroom. Strange that I knew that off the top of my head for some reason. I don't know. I thought I was in a different part of the ship, to be honest. Nope. Okay. Anyway. If you guys have managed to listen to my inane rant, or tolerate my inane ramblings for this long, thank you. Just thank you for being here, you know. It's nice to interact with the viewers live time, live. That's a room. So they just lost their door. And see, this one some I remember I tried, this is when I started remembering they had a sink or a toilet in their room. And I'm just gonna keep that as it is right there. But I remember these people had sinks or toilets or something of the sort. So I put toilets in some of the rooms, not knowing, hey, this is third class. This is this. They're not even supposed to have toilets in their rooms. It's just, only first class had that, which has to suck. You gotta you wake up at it's April. It's April 14th, or it's April 15th. You wake up at 12:20. Everybody, you see everybody else left your room, so you think that they're probably just playing a prank on you. Don't think nothing of it. You get up, you gotta use the bathroom really, really bad. So you make your way forward in the ship, and then they just have it gated off. You're like, hey, why? What gives? I gotta, what would be the 1912 version of take a poop? I guess it would be something like, "Dear heavens, I need to relieve myself before I pee myself and upon the floor." And the worker's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, old bean, I can't let you through here." It's and you just hear all the rushing water coming through, and that really doesn't help your problem. And you're like, "Oh, I should have bought that first class ticket." But I don't know what example that is. Not saying that did happen, but if that did happen on the Titanic, just imagine. And we just don't know about it because that person did not survive on the Titanic. There is so much we are never gonna know about the ship, or its final moments, because most of the people who saw the crazier stuff on board, I don't know, if people watched, I don't know, the captain, for instance, he had probably some pretty wild stories. He's probably would have been oh yeah, and then probably could have give you real time what happened. Captain was a smart cookie, that's for sure. Or Thomas Andrews, he could have told you oh yeah, and then Like, you could have gotten so many, like, survivor stories. But, like, most of the people, unfortunately, like, didn't make it. So there really is no way of knowing, like, what really happened. Hello. And, it's kind of a little bit disheartening. You try to get all the details as correct as you can, and this is something I'm not sure of, but I will. I can't see it being any different, but yes, a lot of stories, a lot of details, like people could tell us, and or people could have told us, and unfortunately, just didn't happen. Just they just couldn't get off the boat, and it's kind of sad if you think about it. But I find it like kind of almost. It's got like a charm to it, kind of like a mysterious, like sort of like a detective story. Like you gotta piece together what happened. Like I don't know. No, that's not what I'm looking at. That's the third class entrance. That's from the movie. That's first class, that's second class. That's the dining room, not what I'm looking for. That's first class. That's a door. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm going to look at the deck plans. And in the meantime, while it loads, not F deck, I need E deck. Whoops. Okay. It would be on this side. Okay, I might just get the flooring in and then just like lay down and pass out because I swear I'm seeing things. Or I might just punch out the flooring, honestly. I mean, I know I said, guys, like I'm gonna get all this done, but whew, like sitting here, like actually doing it is starting to get a little tiring. Might just pop on like some Markiplier videos and just just pass out. That's all that I think I'm gonna be able to get in. Yeah, I think that's all I'm getting. Oh, jeez. There's the awning. In fact, wait, there's a door I think I'm missing. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be here. Waiters, waiters, no. It's assistant engineer. It's near the assistant engineers. I think it's supposed to be here. Or maybe I have the wrong. I need to get a little bit more forward. Engineer office, pantry, crew, the crew mess. Oh, no, no, no. That's where Belle would have stayed. So, like, right here, I think instead of there being a staircase, there's a gangway so that the crew can get on, but I'm probably going to put that, like, here instead. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this. Sorry we didn't get a lot done, but I do hope you are enjoying these little updates I'm doing. Just in between, like, bigger projects that I'm working on. So I do hope you all enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye! Wait, I gotta be careful swinging my fist around in here. Don't want to punch out something important.